one. Hi, everybody. Jennifer and Colin here, just doing our recap video for our April 16th IPA drop-in. Today, we met with a group of people who are preparing to interview for their first administrative position. We went through some sample questions and talked through some tips. So, Colin, you want to talk about some strategies we learned?
Absolutely. Some of the things to key off on is knowing the school or the position that you're interviewing for, having that knowledge already in the back of your mind, and really as a tool for you to use going into the interview, knowing about the culture, the climate, the school report card, the community, just having done your research to know how to answer questions that come your way that'll fit into a kind of a scope of what they're looking for.
And we also spoke about the importance of doing your research and coming prepared on either the history of the school, the needs of the school, the data of the school, and to be able to speak to how your strengths would make that school a better place. We talked about making sure that you answer the question that was asked instead of just talking, whether that requires you to jot down some notes. We talked about making sure that you're able to give concrete examples, preferably with data, to explain your answers if necessary, and being able to ask follow-up questions. Perhaps if you don't understand the question or you get tripped up on a question, make sure that you understand the question before you start to answer it.
And I think those examples are huge because one of the main things that they're going to look for is what's going to make you stand out. Why are they going to want you over candidates B, C, D, and E? Make you want to be that candidate A, you want to be at the top of the list. Really be prepared to give those answers and make you stand out. Have that concrete evidence. What have you done in the past? Even as a teacher, even as a dean, whatever the position is, you still have valuable input that you can bring to that position.
Yeah, we also talked about the power of infusing reflection into your answers. So even if it's something that you don't have experience with before as an administrator, talking about how you utilize that skill in the classroom and then reflecting and being able to speak to how you would like to use it in the future as an administrator. I think that's important as well, to infuse reflection, self-reflection. We talked about if you're asked about failures or things that didn't go well, not just sharing the failure, but also reflecting on what you would have done differently is an important piece of that. And then, we also talked about some of the basics, like making sure that you bring questions of your own so that in some sense, you're interviewing the committee the same way that they're interviewing you.
Absolutely. And we had a pretty good turnout tonight. I know that that's something the evening sessions seem to have a little more people. It's exciting, but we will continue on with our pattern of, during the day after school, and keep examining and re-examining what's going to work best for this, and really to get as many people involved in networking and as we can. So.
Absolutely. And hopefully everybody who is out there looking and interviewing right now gets what they're looking for and finds the right fit for themselves. And hopefully we'll have great news for some of our members to share at our next meeting from some of our interview tips today. So look for our flyer in May from Colin and I, and we'll be talking probably about some strategies for successfully wrapping up the school year.
Absolutely love it. Well, thank you everyone who came tonight. We greatly appreciate it and looking forward to the May session.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.